Bueller. Just the two of us, huh?
Just the two of us. Actually, there's three. I have a sidekick off screen. Say hi,
do you?
sidekick. Say hi, sidekick.
Hi.
See? I told her we're about to go live. She's like, I don't care.
That's not what I said.
I have a sidekick too. Yeah, it's gonna help me
yeah?
through this next hour and a half.
Your sidekick is called Mr. Caffeine.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I played the at-home version of Escape from New York this weekend.
Whoa, you got a story to tell him, he thinks.
Sure, I was gonna save it for here. Now it is three of us.
Oh, there we go. There's three of us. All right, let's let me do the preamble. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to MBartist Alley Live. I am your host, Stephen Ahola. There you go. That was the game show, eh? Someone actually took a look at all our banners that we had up. Those nice, beautiful pink banners, which we spared no expense in getting, in which everybody here in the office told me I was insane on doing.
I didn't even get to go up and look at them.
Oh, they're pretty. There's pictures.
The pictures looked great.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. You can see us clear across the entire showroom floor. It was awesome. But anyways, somebody actually looked at it and was like, oh, there's Steven in his game show host picture.
Game show?
Game show host.
Yeah.
Apparently my picture makes me look like a game show host.
I got to look at it.
As Joe gets comfortable.
Ask me if I'm comfortable.
Are you comfortable, Joe?
I make a living.
Your entrance into our show always reminds me of a celebrity trying to get out of a paparazzi scrum.
and then look what happened to Princess Diana.
Oh,
damn,
dude! Everything with you ends in death. And all through New York, Joe's like, "I have a story to tell you. Once upon a time," and then he died.
Ultimately, I will be right.
Well, yeah. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. If you are watching, you're probably on YouTube or on Facebook. Let's go around the horn. As per usual, the number 2 spot is Mustafa, who has a URL address that is in dire need of renewing on his screen.
Yes, absolutely. That's me. Yes. I will renew it. Don't worry. Now that I'm home, I was going to do it Monday when I got back, but I didn't get back until 10 a.m. today.
Okay.
Wow.
He's got a story to tell us of his version of Escape from New York. Underneath Mustafa is the villainous villains, Mr. Big Winner in NYCC, as the Joker was flying like dollar bills on a game show. Mr. Jamie Coker, how you doing, sir?
I'm good. I'm happy to be here, Stephen. Big money.
I do that every time. I do that every time when someone pays with a card. I'm like, when it goes around, I'm like, big bucks, no enemies. I always feel bad if it declines.
They keep better track of their expenses.
Yeah. Well, one day it's gonna happen. I'm gonna be like, no, you don't get one.
Sorry. Can you say and your little dog too? In that
No. That's my wife. My wife does not like my little dog. See,
no. You're calling her a witch.
No, whoa! I did not say that. I did not say. I do not need.
No, that's my wife. No,
Mustafa, I do not need your help to get in trouble with my wife. I am perfectly capable of doing it myself.
Okay, fair enough.
For example, I got home in time for Thanksgiving. So my American friends who do not know any better, Canadian Thanksgiving was last weekend. So I raced home, and my lovely wife and my mom, well, mostly, what would you say it was a co-production, my dear?
Yeah.
Yes, it was a Thanksgiving co-production. And I walked in, and there was like a big long table, and I was tired as all get out. But I told the Princess Leia story.
Yeah,
in front of my mom.
Okay.
You know the story. She started as a
Yeah. We know the story.
So So is your Canadian Thanksgiving in celebration of subjugating your particular Native Canadians, or something more noble than that? So.
I you know what? Let's. I know you like going the depressing route, and that's a little bit of a black mark right now on the Canadian landscape.
It's okay.
But
We got a lot of black marks down here too.
Hey,
It's
I
okay.
saw a documentary about Canadian Indians being like put in the camps, so don't blame it on me.
Yeah, don't blame it on you. No, I'm blaming it on you for bringing it up.
Yeah, well, you know.
So, anyways, I'm going to give you the reason I've been telling everybody on the weekend. The reason why our Thanksgiving is earlier is because our harvest season is earlier. And if you were awake during grade 7, Thanksgiving is a harvest holiday.
Isn't that funny? I thought it was late from last year, like you were just getting around to celebrating it.
Yeah, we're no,
Postponed.
we want to do it now because then it gives us a solid month to get ready for Black Friday.
Okay.
Where you guys just kind of lump it all in together.
So
Well,
is it on
then-
Thursday?
Well, no, it was Monday. We have Thanksgiving Monday.
Right.
On Monday.
And then in America, we have the sprint. It's like Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. You know, it's like.
Yeah.
And of course, Thanksgiving starts at Halloween. So.
Yep. That in malls, that's called putting up the decorations, taking down the decorations, putting up more decorations, bringing down more decorations.
Yeah, pretty accurate.
That's how it is here.
You could tell that we all just got back from a big con because the energy level is low. All right, let's take a moment so Mustafa can have a sip of his coffee and walk through our featured art prints, ladies and gentlemen. We are artists, and as artists do, we have prints, drawings. Here we go. Let's walk through them. Mr. Bob McLeod, hopefully you'll grace us with your 12 minutes. But we have his Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles whack. We have Ghost Rider Skull Possessed by Mr. Chad Harden. The Misfits Making Mischief by Fran Delgado. Hopefully she'll be able to join us.
Oh, hopefully so.
One of our big winning prints that were flying off the shelves, Jamie Coker's Villain's Joker, Boom Goes Batsy. Tell us about this one, buddy.
Well, okay. So the deal with this one was, I've always had an affinity for Batman, and I knew eventually, sooner or later, some of the Batman villains were going to wind up in the Villainous Villain series. And there's a lot of ways you can go with the Joker. You can go with more comic booky, more cutesy, more dark and demented. And so just talking over with you, we kind of decided the animated series version would probably be a fun one to tackle, especially because there's a toy line associated with it, which is revered among collectors. And we still try to get a little bit of that cutesy factor in there with the Joker pushing the bomb in the match right up into his cheeks, like, it just, cutesy, but also very disturbing, which I think fits the Joker's modus operandi quite well. And just put it together. And I don't know. One thing that I made a decision on for this one that people have really reacted to, the teeth a little more jaggedy and yellowy.
The teeth are great instead of the straight line. Yeah, the teeth is a good idea. Yeah.
Do
you remember that episode Almost Got?
Really
do you remember that episode Almost Got Him?
That Almost Got Him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Love that one.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. I watched it on the plane on the way back. It still holds up 30-something years later.
It was a animated. The animated series was before its time. Like
that's exactly what I was thinking. I was watching it. I was like, man, this animation is still good. It still holds up. The design's still good. He's still menacing. Yeah.
The Bruce Timm knocked that out of the park, and they were working on it when 89 was coming out. Batman 89.
92.
No, the pre-production, because as soon as the Batman was coming out, they started like the pre-production and rolling it out. Look it up.
Oh wow.
Okay. All right.
Just like Batman was for Marvel, remember?
Yeah. I'm gonna say 92. Batman Returns, because it's got the music from the movie. It's got the design of Penguin from the Batman Returns Penguin.
All right, let's Google it.
It's not worth the time, man.
No, I say Google it.
Oh,
Somebody Google it. Wait, you know what?
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
get
By all
Brendan.
means.
Brendan, Google it. Brendan, what year did
Yeah, and
Batman
the
Animated
best.
Series come out?
When did it come out? Come on, really? I was there
Yeah.
when it came
Well,
out.
Francine's here. Francine has just joined us. Fran, how long?
Hello. 1992 is the original release date. September
Yeah,
5, 1992.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
many
'cause
years? How many years in the animation industry? How many years before episode 1 hits the airwaves does production start on a series?
They were working on it as a
just
promotion for
depends.
Batman Returns.
Like a pre-production, that could be like couple of years at least. So they were probably working on this before the 90s. What?
Sure.
See,
I know they're
Batman
working on it.
89
Well,
was a
I
Marvel
just
production.
arrived and I don't know what was that haha for, but okay.
Exactly, Brandon. Either way, that Joker's insane.
All right, fine. Move on. Move on. What's next? All right, we got James C. Mulligan's Vampirella.
I thought James were gonna be here today. He was asking for this show yesterday, and he got me all confused.
Yesterday.
No, he was ready for the show yesterday, not today.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mr. Joe Rubenstein, you want to tell us about this piece?
It's the narrative of Frankenstein in one piece, I hope, and the whole point of it was to sort of zigzag through the piece. See, as you proceed, the faces get bigger and bigger till you get to Frank. So,
And this was probably is this the first time that you kind of tried this montage type?
yeah, I guess so. I mean, it's not. I guess it's a montage. I was thinking more as a narrative instead of just one image. To like I say, if you start at the top and you see Frank, and then you see you see the reactions of the people. Frank's looking at the bride, and then he's like really pissed off because he can't get laid.
I love how
Like
you have
always.
the squiggle of the Frankenstein bride blending into Frank.
Also, the blood coming off of her just to lead your eye down. It's all these things that artists do that nobody wants the public to actually pay attention to, but have a sense of, like when you see the spaceship at the beginning of Star Wars in the theater and you're taken aback by the enormity of it. Nobody wants you to stop and go, what a cool model. I wonder how they did that. You just want the effect to come across. So
Very cool. All right, Frankenstein. And we've got, of course, John Hebert's Star Wars #1, which was a hot seller in New York. We've got Mustafa. Talk to me about this one. We've got your Power Max.
It's Captain Marvel, which is not Captain America, but it's like a female superhero. I don't know. She's got a mohawk. I don't know, man.
What was
Don't
this
make 'em talk.
comparison that is not Captain America? Like what?
The inspiration, Brie Larson was going to be at a show. I was like, hey, we should do something for her movie, and I sold like 2 at that show, and then since then I've sold a bit, but yeah, I don't know, man. And there's a version that she doesn't have the mask on. That's cool too, but I think the mask on, looks better.
I actually had someone in New York come in and say, "Hey, do you have any Captain Marvel?" And we had like a whole rack of the Wiz comics there, and I was like,
Yeah.
it's right in front of you." He's like, I collect only the girl Captain Marvel."
what's it
Like,
called?
and he said it with such disdain. Like,
Damn.
So did you show him? Did you show him this one?
yeah, he picked the masked one over the unmasked.
Oh, he did. Oh, good.
He did.
Oh, good. I don't hate it, Brendan. I don't know what to say anymore about this one.
So it should be Wednesday.
Just be like Joe sometimes. Go, yep.
Hey, Nick likes it. That's awesome. No,
There you go.
I do like it, and I think the final product, the colors, I think it looks really good. So I wouldn't mind another crack at it at some point. Actually,
Okay. So
There we go. What do we got next?
I can have you fly out on Tuesday.
Oh,
tell us about this one, Steve.
Wednesday.
Yeah, Steven, talk about it.
So
We never talk about your
I
people.
think I've talked about this one before. So
I think we all have. Go ahead, talk about it again.
I like it better when I get to play it down and say, "Oh, what is this crap?"
So
Let's move on.
Tuesday.
Uh-huh.
No, now
Yeah,
you are in the
you're not off
spot,
the
so
hook
you
now.
talk about it.
Yeah, now I'm
Talk
on.
about
Got
it.
off a flight.
Well, back. Okay, fine. Back in the day. So before the MCU, there was a time when the Mutant TV series were on. There was Mutant X. They had a couple other mutant shows that were like direct to TV, and they were all shot here in Toronto. And at the time, there was a time when I was a screenwriter, and I've always had an affinity for Alpha Flight and John Byrne. So I did a
Not if you meet him. Okay, go ahead.
yes, Joe. So I did what they call a pitch Bible, and this was one of the images I did for the pitch Bible. And I actually got offered the rights for Alpha Flight. I should have tried to figure out how to do it, but I didn't have $2 million.
2 or 10?
Two.
Oh yeah.
$2 million. But I bet you I would have made a crap ton for them to buy it back.
Oh yeah. I'm guessing the return on investment would have been good on that one.
Yeah, well, I didn't. I was only like, I was like 23 at the time. And my agent goes, "Good news. They said you could have it. Bad news. They want $2 million." Like, will they take a check?
So do you have this one because of the Canadian holiday, the Thanksgiving?
Eric picked these ones.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I think he finally said, "All right, I'm going to stop teasing Steven with Little Bear and Franklin images." I actually had someone pull out a Little Bear image over the weekend in New York. It was very endearing.
To buy one or to point at it?
I think it was more to point at it and tease it.
Okay. Like,
Just
hey,
the fact it was acknowledged.
Gotcha.
All right, there we go. Those are our featured art prints. There they are, all 9 in their glory. And I bet you guys are all wondering, how can I get one of these fine art prints? It's quite easy. 3 ways. Number 1, as you can see, as Brendan has been showing you, you can comment on the screen. Each comment or question that you throw up there will get you a ticket into a draw at the end of the show. And Lovejeet will pick a name, and you can pick one of these fine prints as a prize. Number 2, just say claim. I think Brandon somewhere claimed a TMNT. You just put claim in whichever one you want, and Lovejeet will reach out to you and help you out in terms of picking it out. That made no sense in my head, but hopefully you guys figured it out. And number 3, go to MBartist.com and you can fill your cart, not your boots. And whether it's canvas, art print, or platinum. Yes, the pin. Are those flying off the shelves there, Jamie?
Or in the words of John Wayne, fill your hand, you son of a bitch. Okay.
And then he died.
Yes, he did. I'm glad you picked that up.
Yeah, Brendan says, "I'll just grab it." Brendan, just walk over to the inventory, pull one out. Or fill your cart with platinum, fine art, or canvas, and when you check out, we'll give you free shipping with the Aptly promo code. Free shipping. There you go. I stumbled and bumbled my way, but we got through it. There we go. Let's get on with the show. Nothing. So as you can tell by our low energy, we had a hell of a time in New York. We laughed, we cried. Francine decided to.
What did I decide?
What did you do? Do you want to jump right into what you did? Change the address? Oh, Steven, why aren't you in the lobby? I am in the lobby.
Oh, that. Oh, no, Steven, you don't say that. You forget about that.
Oh, we forget about it?
Yes.
All right.
Isn't that how we do it?
Is that forget about it?
It's in
Yeah,
the
when
past.
you're the one who does it.
Oh my god.
See, now I gotta explain.
I
it.
want to hear more about this.
I
address
felt
change.
horrible.
So as it is, in order to get back into our fine country, we have to get a COVID test, but it can't be the easy 15 minutes you're negative out you go test. It's got to be we're gonna stick this thing right up so it tickles your brain, send it to a laboratory, and kind of test. But
And it has to be no more than 3 days after. That's
Yeah.
the other thing.
yeah, so it's a scheduling juggling act. And shout out to Kevin and Anna Marie who helped us out at the show and did a fantastic job. I basically just surrendered myself to the higher power of Anna Marie, and she ran everything for me flawlessly, better than I could have. She found me a COVID test where they would come to the hotel and do it right there in the lobby, and then they would email you the results 24 hours later.
That's convenient.
It was very convenient.
It
You
was
would think-
amazing. Amazing.
You would think it was convenient for 50% of the Canadians here.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Tell the whole story because
I will.
okay.
I will.
He
Tell
lives
it, tell
for
it.
it.
So, anyways, I go online and it's really easy. I
Oh my God.
fill it out.
Yeah,
Here's the
one second.
hotel information. Here's where I am. I pick my time and I submit it. And then I text Fran, here's the link. Go to it and fill it out. So Fran fills it out and picks the same time I do and puts in her hotel address. And the person calls her back and says, there must be, I've got, it's funny enough, I've got two different addresses. And Fran goes, oh, no. Steven's at the same hotel as I am. I was not.
Oops. She meant well. Come on.
She meant well. So and it was on the Saturday, the busiest day. I guess on hindsight, it wasn't the busiest day. Thursday was the busiest day, but when I perceived the busiest day, I was expecting to. So Fran goes, "Where are you? Where are you? The test is here. I'm getting my test." I said, "I'm in the lobby. I can't find you. Where are you, Fran?"
And I told him in the lobby. See, I arrived just for the moment.
So they took Fran's word. They took Fran's word that we were in the same hotel. We weren't in the same hotel. And
I
Fran's
asked him,
like,
"Hey, which
Fran's
hotel
like,
are you?" And he said, "The Fairfield." I said, "Oh, we're at the same hotel."
She's got an
Fran
honester face than you do.
Fran goes, she's coming your way. She'll be there in 15 minutes. 2.5 hours later.
Oops.
He was,
Well, that's New York for you.
I think he was like 3 blocks. His hotel was 3 blocks away from my hotel. So you're like, "Oh, 15 minutes. How much is going to take?" And she told me, "Oh, I'm going right away to his hotel." I didn't know she was driving.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
When he told me like 2 hours later that he was still waiting and the lady was not there, I was like, "Oh my God, I feel like crap. I'm so sorry, Steven." Ah.
I had smoke coming out of my ears. I was pacing in the lobby because poor Brendan was all by himself.
And I
Oh,
felt
this
like
is
I was
during
going
the
to be,
show, during the day. Oh man.
I felt I was going to be the hero because when they called me to tell me
The price is
we wanted to do the appointment like around 7,
Stop.
but then they called me and told me they start at 9.
Exactly.
So I told the lady, like, we have this convention at 10. We needed to be like the first one.
1100.
And she said, like, probably somebody is busy at that time. I told her, "Oh, but my friend and I are at the same hotel. Can you send someone for us?"
Well, it was like.
Oh my God! So that was the whole
Like
misunderstanding.
a 3-hour stop in Russia.
I'm sorry, Steven.
The Hermitage for those 3
Well,
hours.
luckily for me, Brendan handled it like a champ. And we did this Band-Aid where he would run around the corner and get Jamie to run the card through his machine.
Oh.
So in the end, it worked out okay. But during those 2.5 hours,
He is lovely.
Granule ulcer appeared right here.
Ooh.
Oh, I love
See,
Brendan's
that's
comment.
why I said that's a story we're all gonna forget. Right?
Well, yeah, we'll all forget it. I just want to have it documented on YouTube for all time.
Thank you. Oh my God. Let's talk about the nice things of the
All right, let's
convention.
talk about the nice things. Mustafa, tell us your story.
Oh, that's not nice things though.
Oh, okay.
Well, okay, so I was supposed to leave Monday, and I guess some stuff happened with Southwest, and nobody was going anywhere, or at least they weren't, and then they were, and half the people weren't.
I didn't do it.
So I got to hang out in
Well, I
my
enjoyed
favorite city for an extra 2 days.
With a few other
But I found a TV that had the game on, and so I was able to celebrate my wins over there amongst fellow New Yorkers that were hating it. It was awesome. Love that.
Oh, the Astros won?
Yes, they did. They moved on second round, and I'm going to Chicago this weekend, and they just beat the White Sox, so I'm going to do it all over again in Chicago. There were people coming up to the table. They would see my Astros print. I have an Astros print of them wearing the Justice League, wearing Astros jerseys, and you'd see Yankees fans or Red Sox fans, and they'd see it, and they'd be like, "Oh, what is this? What's going on?" And so I'd be like, "I tell you what, man. Anytime, if you buy anything from the table, I will give you a free print. Anything you want, your choice." And they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, your choice. You just have to yell, 'Go Astros.'" And all of them did it. All of them were good sports. A couple of them, they spun their hat around. They're like, "All right, fine, we'll do it." They were all good sports. Even the guys who didn't buy anything, they're like, "You know what? I'm not going to buy anything, but go Astros." They'd still say it.
So basically, you have.
Oh, I would love to have a rematch. Astros and Dodgers. Oh, it's the redemption tour. We beat the White Sox now. That's the guys we lost to in 2005. We're going to go against the Red Sox. That's the guys who we lost to in 2018. And then the Dodgers, they've had a few things to say. So it'd be nice to fight.
Wait. When you say redemption tour, is that making up for stealing the signs?
Well, that's kind of it. Yeah. We have no, it's true. I mean, 2017, we had some bad guys on our team that did some things. And that guy's the manager of the Red Sox now. So whenever we go to Boston and they boo us, I'm going to be like, "Who's your manager? You idiot."
Yeah.
Well, they were trying to figure out how they were stealing the signs. Now we know it was Superman.
It was Joey. It was Alex Cora. Oh yeah, Superman, Batman, Flash. Yeah. So yeah. So the thing is, like, we've won 5. Like, we've gone to the championship game 5 times in a row. 2 teams have done that ever. So okay. So 2017. Okay, yeah. What about 18, 19, 20, 21, 20? You know, like, I don't know.
Mustafa,
I had coffee. Now I'm awake now.
Right, Mustafa, I missed something. Is this baseball?
It's a sport. It's like cricket.
Is that with the ball?
Yeah, instead of kicking it, you hit
the
it.
Ball's smaller, Joe. It's more like this. It's more like this. It's not like this.
Oh,
yeah.
So
Oh man, I would love a rematch with Dodgers.
This is important.
This is the baseball. There you go. That's
baseball. Honestly, this is I was watching it during the game, during the convention.
Do you realize if you win and you're number 1 after the summer, you come back and you're not?
No, it's for a whole year. So I'll go to LA, I'll go to New York, I'll go to Boston. I'll remind them.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're planning on not visiting those places again?
I'm sorry?
You're planning on not visiting those places again?
No. I'll go there. I'll just be wearing my Astros jerseys. And if I lose, I'll take it. If
we went to God did it.
Kevin would like to say, being an Indians fan, I won't comment. Well, unfortunately,
The
Kevin,
Indians?
you are no longer an Indians fan.
Well, they had a good. Yeah, that's true, huh? Just Cleveland.
They're no longer the Indians. They're the Guardians.
The Guardians, yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
Guardians?
They had a good run. Oh, I like
the Guardians or the Indians?
Talking about a lot of things. No, the Guardians have not had a good run.
They haven't even started.
No, but I mean, they were good there for a little while.
Go Guardians! There you go.
Go Guardians! You know, it rolls off the tongue.
Welcome to sports.
Nothing's going to beat Major League. That's probably my favorite.
Major League is the best moment the Indians ever had.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, we're losing the audience. We'll go back to
3 hours later. We keep talking about sports. And
all right, we got to get out of this sports thing. Mustafa's hijacked it.
We were saying something talk about the cool thing about the convention, New York Comic Con, and somehow
I did. I talked to a Marvel editor just because he had a Houston Astros hat, and we talked for like 20-30 minutes. It was great. There, that's my good thing.
Did he give you a job?
Yeah, possibly.
Okay.
Yeah. He it was cool. He threw out the first pitch at a game wearing an Infinity Gauntlet. That's pretty cool.
So he owes me $1. Okay.
Woo!
Uh,
Wow.
I have
this
no
is
idea why we're showing
before.
this.
What are we looking at here?
What are we looking at here, Eric?
This is after the show or before the show?
I have no idea. I think this is before the
Pets
show.
for bets.
Wow.
That was all
That
our
it was
talk.
during the show.
Basically,
During the
we showed up, and they said bring double the inventory for New York. So we did, and unfortunately, we had half the space.
Oh boy.
Wow.
So I was like, I'm like, Lovejeet, who does all our coordinating. She goes, no, I got you the normal 20 by 20. I said, but it says here we don't have 20 by 20. She goes, no, Steven, look at the paperwork. I put 2 10 by 10s.
Close enough.
I said, Lovejeet, here's a 10 by 10. Here's another 10 by 10. When you put them together, it's not 20 by 20. Aha.
Well,
You live, you learn.
So
Certainly not mine.
Anna Marie was there, and she basically turned our 10 by 10, our 10 by 10, no, our 20 by 10 booth into a Tetris. We took all this, like, I should show
So
you
you had a
the
video game?
a video. Yeah, Tetris. Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
Tetris is a video game, Joe.
From
So,
Russia?
so essentially, I
Is that
had
what
a
Paul-
video. Day one, we created our booth, and I took a video because we ran out of time, so we just put everything in the booth, and essentially it looked like a storage locker from Storage Wars. Like the whole thing was just flushed. There was no way in, no way out. It was just full of canvases and crap. And then the very
New
next
York.
day, Anna Marie comes in and goes, "All right, I know how to make this work." And she basically took every square inch and stacked it, packed it. It was pretty cool. So hats off to Anna Marie for making our small space work. But
what in the world is going on?
I don't know.
Did we call the police?
I don't know.
Where's it going?
That microphone works well.
Is that from Fran?
Anne Marie, Francine, throw out your safe word. We'll call
It's
the
Martha.
immediately.
It's Martha.
Martha?
Yeah, just like Batman versus Superman.
Oh, yeah. Martha.
That's their
Save
safe word.
Martha.
Yeah.
Save Martha.
Yep.
Oh,
Hey, there he is.
Saving Martha. John Hebert, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing, Mr.
Coming to you
Hebert?
live from my doctor's office.
Ah.
What are you doing
okay.
there?
Are you feeling a little loosey-goosey?
Feeling a little puny.
Oh, yeah. Was it a dentist office or?
So I haven't been back to work since the convention. So I had a COVID test here.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
Is it just a standard procedure, or do you feel something?
I think
Very
he's feeling
funny.
it right now.
How's everybody doing?
Do you have COVID?
Hello?
Yeah. Do you have
Oh,
COVID?
okay.
Uh-oh. Nobody can hear me.
We got a
It's
delay.
always
We can
him.
hear you, but it's a little bit of a delay.
I'm okay.
John.
How's everybody doing there?
We're doing good. Mustafa was just telling us about how he was delayed
Good.
in New York for 2 days, and it turned into a 30-minute. Hello.
Oh, 30 minutes. We want to talk about stories? Yeah. Okay.
So
Not
John,
about the Astros.
Yeah. How often do I? All right. That's fine.
Hopefully I'll be
John,
out of here in a
have
few
it?
minutes. I'll try to get on again from home. I just wanted to say hello.
No,
Okay.
it's good to see you. I'm glad you got home safe, my friend. And he's out. And the winner of Best Supporting Actor is.
he out
Oh.
McLeod.
Yeah,
And
I
he's
know.
frozen like
He
that
did.
too.
So does we know he's okay because he only said he had to get a COVID test and that's it, right?
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
Speaking
Oh,
of
dang
if
it.
he's okay, Fran, what happened there? Were you all you had somebody at the door there?
Oh yeah, like my washing machine broke, and today the technician was going to come in the morning, and he just arrived. So he's
Ah.
fixing my washing machine.
You work at home. You don't need clean clothes.
Oh my God, do I need it? I have 2 dogs, so
So,
yeah, I do need a washing machine.
Do they lick you?
Oh boy.
They are dogs. They put like fur everywhere and hairs everywhere and
They put what everywhere?
the
Fur.
hairs.
No, let
Fur.
her say it, schmuck.
Oh, what he said.
I want to see that you haven't lived until Joe Rubenstein calls you a schmuck.
Well, then I've lived many lives.
That's right.
And it's not
In
only he
different
said,
languages,
it's
like
the way he said.
and for extra, I'll flip you off. So
Speaking of flipping off, tell us the story that you endeared us when we were in the elevator for James Mulligan's pizza party he had.
who are you talking to?
You schmuck.
What story?
The one where the guy put on a song and he got on top.
Oh, you will
We
really
got on
want
top.
that story?
Is
Yeah,
this a
because I
story
want
for the internet?
Mustafa to add the end.
All right.
So this is
a man
the
was,
story.
so,
This is
so
just.
there
I'll
was
set
an
it up.
editor. There was an editor of a comic book company, not
Oh,
Marvel
no.
or DC,
Oh
who
no.
was found embezzling, so he was fired. And even though he had the support of his friends, he decided to go to the 8th floor of the Marriott Hotel. Was that where we were? And
We
which
were-
is the lobby.
Yeah.
And he had a boombox, and he put on Flight of the Valkyrie, got up on the railing, and jumped to his death. But it had to be dramatic. So
So
Wow.
Joe saves the story while we're going down the elevator at James Mulligan's hotel, which of course, if you're James Mulligan, where's your hotel going to be?
the best place
California?
in town.
California. No, on Broadway. Come on. You know Mulligan is going to have his hotel on Broadway. It's like a little out of the way, but hey baby, it's Broadway.
It's not out of the way. It's Broadway. It's central.
It's in the way.
It's in the way.
It's in
So-
Mustafa's way.
So
Yeah.
without missing the beat, at the end of Joe's story, Mustafa rings in with what he should have played instead of Flight of the Valkyrie.
I can't remember. What did I say?
It's Raining Men.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did say that.
Oh,
I mean, come on, that would have been perfect. That would have been perfect.
Too soon? Too soon?
I think that's right on spot. Yeah. I forgot. That's the winner right there. I think.
That is so good.
When you tell the story, you can change it.
Okay.
It's because you can just picture him jumping and snapping his fingers on the way down.
Well, I would think the people down below, they'd be like, "Oh, I've heard that song," and oh my god.
You can just picture the cinematography. It's an upshot, and he's just coming down at you.
It's
Does
the
anybody want to take
Hudsucker.
John's frozen face off the screen, or are we
It's
going
the
to keep it on
Hudsucker
there?
proxy.
Oh.
Oh, Hudsucker Proxy was great when he was like moving the person away.
And
like he was
removing.
falling. Yeah, that was great. I love that movie.
So that was a great moment. So Mustafa, was that the end of your, like, you kind of stalled in your passion for the Astros? You didn't finish your escape from New York.
Yeah, it took forever, and I finally left 6 a.m. and slept a little bit.
Days
and now I'm
later.
doing this thing. Huh? Yeah, 2 days later. Yeah. Yeah.
Why was
that
was
part of
that?
the story wasn't as interesting. I thought like talking to the fans and seeing all the people in New York was more interesting, so I focused on that. Sorry.
What was the delay of several days? Why?
So I guess there was like a bomb threat at LaGuardia that happened on Saturday, and then there was some like maybe strike or maybe not. That was a
I
repercussion.
thought it would be funny. I'm sorry. Okay. So
No, I skipped the part that wasn't funny. Yeah, I thought telling people to spin around their Yankees hat was funny.
Okay.
But yeah, I had to be stuck there for an extra couple of days, and I considered just flying straight to Chicago, but I wanted to be home, so I'm home now.
So there was a bomb scare at LaGuardia on Saturday?
That's what I heard. I don't know. We were busy doing Comic-Con stuff.
Well, I flew it on Monday in LaGuardia. It was fine. It was quiet.
Yeah.
Fine.
Oh, well, it wasn't. It was crazy jammed up when I went. Oh, and I had to spend about 140 in Uber just to find out that the flight wasn't going to happen. So, yeah, 70 there, 70 back, just to say like, oh, no, come back again 2 days from now.
Well, for me, it
Pablo,
was
he had to
crazy.
leave early, and Pablo didn't get out for like 2 days almost.
Pablo didn't get out for 2 days.
Yeah, he finally left Monday night. He was supposed to leave Sunday.
Really?
You know,
Yeah.
there's an app where you can check the status of your flight.
Yeah, no, the stat it was on time.
Oh.
Same thing with Ariel. Her flight was on time. She got there, and they're like, "Yeah, actually, it's tomorrow." So she had to wait a day.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Weird.
so glad I use the other airport.
Which one?
Is that why
Lord?
Pablo's not with us today? Is he still steaming?
I don't know. Did he get an invite?
He should have got an invite. Eric, did you send Pablo an invite? If not, send it now.
He's waiting for the invite, dude.
He's
Yeah,
waiting
maybe-
for it to rain, man.
Maybe he- oh man,
Raining man.
go to New York for it.
Hallelujah.
Apparently.
But the pizza that Mulligan got was awesome. That pizza was actually quite good.
It's New York, of course.
Well, I don't know. I went to a place. What was the place that we were supposed to go Sunday night? What was that place called, Jamie? Two Brothers, Two Bros, Two.
Oh, two brothers.
Two Brothers.
Yeah, Two Brothers Pizza.
Yeah, I went there for pizza. I was there Thursday night, and it's just pizza.
It's what?
It's just pizza.
That's how I felt. When I had it, because I had Two Brothers too. It's where you order it and you just eat it while you're standing, right? Like a
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it tasted like hotel pizza, like Sparrow. Yeah.
So it was nothing like James Pizza. Hey, James is here.
James was-
Speaking of Broadway,
Hey, we were
are
talking
your
about it.
ears burning?
They were
my
talking
ears
like,
burning.
they were talking about your pizza. That it was
Yeah, we were talking about your pizza and raining men in your hotel.
yes.
It was raining. It was raining men. Fran, where were you for pizza?
Oh, my sisters were in town with me, so I was just like traveling with them.
I know.
And we were like one
I
block
know.
away from your hotel. I know. And I heard like this was great and everything. Like, damn it.
Hose before bros. I get it.
Wow, what did you just call them?
Which are you?
Wait,
I
which
love
are
it
you?
because that's how I call them too. Oh.
Okay.
You're cutting it away. Fran's like,
She knows
don't
what
make
I'm
me
saying.
get
She
on a
knows what's
plane,
up.
sir.
Yes.
And like, you know my sisters. I mean, what?
Wow.
I'm surprised you
What
didn't
happens,
introduce me.
what happens in New York stays with you for 3 years.
No, that's called syphilis.
Yeah.
Steven,
Terrible.
you always kicking it out of the park. Always.
Well, that's because I'm not an Astros fan.
Boundaries.
It's not too late. Plenty of room for you.
No.
Yeah, I know.
So
It's
how
an open
pissed off-
like-
How pissed off is George Takei that Shatner went to space without him?
Oh, my.
No, he's pissed off that they didn't leave him there.
Oh my.
Oh my. We've established orbit. Push him out.
We were hoping,
Tsunami.
they were hoping he would become a satellite. So
Yeah, well, he's almost the size of one now.
right.
That's terrible.
Hey, he's 90 years old. Obviously, only the good die young. Okay.
All right, we had a
You know, did I
question.
tell you about?
Oh, go ahead.
Did I tell you about my story? And I was with him in Africa, and
Of course you
he
will.
and I actually we hit it off talking about animals and going on safari and all this stuff. And the guy that was KFC was sponsoring the show, and the guy at KFC, the South African guy, kept trying to get Shatner to do a KFC commercial, basically like talking about he was happy that they were sponsoring the show, but also like to endorse KFC. And Shatner was very polite and diplomatic and said, I think it's wonderful that KFC is sponsoring this great cultural event. And the guy just kept saying, but can you say how wonderful KFC is? And Shatner finally exploded and said, I'm not going to endorse your fucking chicken. I hate it. It was the most awkward. It was the
Well,
most
wasn't it
awkward.
Kentucky
I was
Fried
sitting
Elephant?
inches from him because I was watching the interview, and it was.
Right.
And then Shatner just said, "I'm not going to deal with these clowns." Da, 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 da. It was it was such a Shatner thing to do. And also, you don't ask William Shatner to do a free commercial for KFC.
Well, that's true.
He
But
took
it
a shat all over their chicken.
Yeah,
It was KFE, Kentucky Fried Elephant there. So, you know,
it
might have been
was.
the-
Yes, Kentucky
Big
Fried Emu.
really big drumsticks, you know. So.
Where are you today, James?
I'm at the printer's office right now.
Are you
I'm
still
waiting.
in the US, or have you flown over to see your love?
No, I'm still in the States. I'm flying to, where am I going? I'm going to Indianapolis tomorrow. Tomorrow night I fly. Do Indianapolis this weekend, and then I'm back on Monday, and then I fly to London on Wednesday.
Cool.
And then after that, what am I doing?
Can
Denver?
I just-
Flying.
I'm guessing you're not doing Toronto now.
No, because Toronto is the when's Toronto?
Toronto is gonna be cool. Come to Toronto, guys. On the
Toronto
20
is on the
22.
25th.
No, isn't 22 to 25th?
Right before it, yeah.
No, I think I'm doing.
Yeah, 22 to 24th.
It's in 2 weeks.
Am I doing Denver? Oh, I'm doing Rhode Island.
Okay.
Rhode Island?
Fran,
Yeah,
I got.
doing,
Oh,
Uh,
you
Yes,
do
I
Rhode
thought it was in
Island
November.
any day. You just come to Toronto. It's cool.
Rhode Island isn't much warmer.
Well,
Yeah,
if you're
I'll
not going
give
to
you
be in
that one.
Toronto, we can now tell Francine the good news. You have
What?
just won your sketch duel.
Oh no! She was gonna win anyway.
Kevin told me that he had you down to do a sketch duel with James.
Really?
You win.
Is Joe going to Toronto?
Joe
Yes.
Come to Toronto.
going to Toronto.
Joe can be the stunt man.
Will you do the sketch duel?
Can I
Huh?
double for Jamie? For
Yeah.
James.
Now you should do
Yeah.
that. You should dress up as James would.
Okay, I'll have to get a
Oh,
wig.
that'd be great.
All right.
I think you should. Hey guys.
You'll have to be a wig and get less sleep.
I'm,
You'll have to wear a
I'm
wig
gonna-
and get less sleep. I can't even talk.
You're gonna have to catch up. You're gonna have to catch up on your Disney stories.
I'm gonna talk about my time
Yeah.
hanging out with Lou Ferrigno at the steam bath.
Oh man.
Before he
Alright.
was deaf.
Was there before?
And there's another
Yeah,
question
yeah.
here for everybody here. Who is going to Seattle? I think everybody here, even Fran is. Everybody here is going to Seattle.
I
Okay.
am.
Yep.
I haven't scheduled, but it depends. I don't know if I'm gonna have
Good.
passport.
Good food in Seattle.
Yeah.
Great
Yep.
coffee.
I
there.
A
might
lot of
not.
seafood.
Well,
Might
everybody's
not
going to be in Seattle except for John. I think John is doing Chicago and Fran is sitting out Chicago.
Wait a second. Chicago and Seattle are not the same weekend.
No, they're
Right.
back to back.
They're like a week
Chicago
apart.
is fun.
Yep. Basically, we're going to finish
Chicago's a
Seattle.
great-
Go right to Chicago.
Same answer did you say about Long Island and Toronto, Chicago and Seattle? Which one is warmer? That was how I decided.
In December,
In
Seattle
December.
definitely is going to be a bit warmer, but
Of
Chicago,
course.
your nose will fall off.
Yeah.
In Chicago. I
Exactly.
mean, it's like Toronto.
Promise?
Seattle is gonna be like Vancouver. It's like, but Chicago gonna freeze my butt.
Yeah.
What?
Just have somebody warm it for you.
Snows before bros.
And there you go. There's a picture from New
Oh,
York.
Look at that.
There,
That's a big one.
yeah, that went pretty quick too. We put it up in your booth and it came down your booth.
Yeah.
You
We
give
sold
me
the other
canvas
one of the
envy.
did we sell another bus stop? Oh yeah, at the end of the show, we sold the Mando bus stop.
Yeah. So James had 2 bus stops. They came, they went, and then he had a handful of 14 by 28s, and most of those went too. I think the other 2 would have went if you remembered where they were.
I know. Well, and I know that there's some other stuff that we could have sold there as well, if we had it available.
James, would you stop handling your 14 by 28s, please?
Yes. What is that, a Cabbage Patch Kid?
No,
Oh,
that
that's
was
amazing.
Garbage Pail
Garbage
Kid.
Pail Kids.
I mean, a Garbage Pail Kid. That is incredible.
Yeah. No.
Wow.
It was a great time in New York, and I don't know. Should I tell the Slave Leia story?
Yeah.
Sure. Always.
So you see that Star Wars poster. So the Star Wars, we took so much Star Wars #1, and we only came back with 2 27 by 40s. Everything else went. So kudos to John on that. But as you can see, everybody was standing in front of the Star Wars and taking a picture. So I don't know why, but I don't know if you guys found this, but for whatever reason, between 4:30 and 6, it was a little bit of a, oh, there's a good one. They made him put his mask on. So there was a little bit of a slow period, and a slave Leia wearing a leather jacket goes in front of the Star Wars. And I'm standing there just keeping an eye out, making sure nobody walks away with anything. We've already had that problem. And she goes, "You ready?" And the guy with the camera just nods. He goes to take the picture, and she does this. And
With her arms?
no, she opened her jacket. And let's just say she was missing the top to the slave Leia outfit.
Whoops.
Oh my.
Oh my. But they were pierced. I did see that.
Oh my.
Oh, good.
So I'm standing there because I'm like, I usually miss those things. I'm usually the guy that's looking that way when it happens. So she closes up, bolts around the corner with the photographer, and I noticed that I only had one witness, and he hadn't moved a muscle yet. Not a muscle. And he was just staring there like
that you could see.
Yeah. So I turned to him and I go, "You don't see that every day, do you?" And he just went,
She would have been in much earlier in the day, but it took her that long to get through the metal detectors.
Yeah, maybe. That's probably right. So Joe, I'm telling this story to everybody around the table, and Joe goes, "So was she ugly or something?" And I said, "Well, when she stood in front of the picture, she was a 6. But when she whipped open the jacket, she immediately jumped to an 8.
Oh,
I don't think you can say that anymore.
Steven!
I really don't think you can.
And that was the story I told my family on Thanksgiving when I was so exhausted.
Because what do women rate you? A 6? What?
Oh, I'm 2 5s, baby.
He was definitely an 8 once she opened up her jacket.
Right. Or 7 1/4 or something.
But the funny thing is, later that night, John was the roommate, and he was talking about it. I said, "John, what you got to understand is you jump right to an 8 whenever you're in bed, baby."
John's an 8 every time he sells a new piece.
That's right. That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
And they were flying, that's for sure. Anyways, that was a moment from New York. Jamie, tell us a story from New York, my friend. You're quiet over there.
Oh man, there was a cafe right down the street from our hotel called Cafe Aroma, and there was this dude in there, Mustafa, and he was a interesting guy. As when we first met this dude, he was just like stone faced, typical New Yorker. I was like, man, this dude is mad and angry and just everything else. And he's like, "Yes, next. What do you want?" And then just keep this thing moving. I don't want to hear your stories. I just want to just tell me what you want. And then he asked the same thing of us, but then he turned around, and when he turned back around, it's just like that something changed. He was just like, "Oh, how you guys doing? Where are you guys from?" And just like all these questions. I think we had the New York Comic Con badges on, so instantly things just kind of changed. But we visited that cafe, I think, every morning of the show, because I was addicted to the green tea matcha latte. And yeah, a nice guy after that. Super nice. Super, super nice. Oh,
You
and
wanted that
then
badge, that free
pretty
badge
nice.
magic.
oh yeah. And when we went to Times Square, there were cops all around, and then right by the cops, there's these guys just like looking at us with this side eye, like, smoke, like if we want some weed or something.
It's legal there now,
And,
right?
or the guys who were walking around with these boards or trays or something. They're like, "Do you want to see a comedy show?" And we're like, "Oh no, I'm sorry." He goes, "Would you like some free cocaine?" Like, no. But do I need the cocaine to see the show? Is everyone in the show going to get the free cocaine? How does that work? I need to know, So.
Jamie, I bet you the show does get better with the cocaine.
I guess maybe it's funnier.
People have said that about this show. It is much better with the cocaine.
I don't remember Times Square smelling like weed that much.
Yeah.
Like just go. It's again. I'm very my libertarian tendencies tend to let everybody smoke whatever the heck they want, but the reek of weed walking through Times Square was just like this wall of green. It was they didn't need to build a wall. It's in the middle of Times Square, and it's just it's marijuana smoke. It's just
and that is
awful.
recently, right? Like it is legal recently, because I was there in 2018 and it wasn't the same.
So
Yeah, well, I think it's. I mean, you always have
think it was
people
just
smoking
medicinal
weed,
back
but
then, right?
like, it's so bad there now. You cannot walk. You can't like. You don't even smell the hot dogs on the street anymore. It's literally just the stench of marijuana.
So, James, when
Yeah.
we were on our way to the Irish pub and we were waiting for Mustafa in front of the McDonald's, did you see all those brides dancing around us too, or were we hallucinating that?
No, well, there was a. Looks like there was a photo shoot or something of the chicks that were dressed as brides that were going through Times Square.
Yeah,
But there was a. Well, I went to Fogo de Chao with a couple of the other artists one of the nights, and there was a guy that proposed in the middle of Fogo de Chao, which it's not the place I would choose. So Fogo de Chao, if anybody doesn't know, is it's a Brazilian steakhouse, and so we were there, had a lovely dinner. I think it's like it's buffet style. So you get your salad, and then they bring by the cuts of meat. So this guy on the way out, so the guy had proposed, and then about 10 minutes later, there was a gentleman that came by with this big, beautiful glass decanter. He said, "Gents, I've got this cognac." He said, "I got to empty this bottle." He said, "I don't want it to go to waste. I don't know if you ever tasted Louis XIII cognac before, but if you'd like a little try," he said, "I'm happy to give you a taste of it." So we said, "Okay, cool." So there's two of us, this big, beautiful Louis XIII bottle. And so he goes through it. It's 170 years old, and it's made in these inside of the barrels are oak, and you have to sift it and let it go through your palate. And Louis XIII had some from this same batch, and blah blah blah. So we tried it. It was an really interesting experience, and it was about that much in this teeny little glass. So. Well, I go and I figured we give the guy, a few bucks for letting us finish it up because he was going to toss it. So, the next day, the other artist comes up to me and he said, "Hey, so he said I wanted to tell you last night the shots they gave us." I said, "Don't tell me they charged us." He said, "Yeah, $240 each."
Ooh,
It's
damn.
And I looked at
that's
him
what happens
and
when
I
you drink a
just
little
said,
history there, James.
"Are you kidding me?" Well, here's the thing, though, dude. It was such a shell game because it wasn't. He didn't say, "Hey, may I interest you in trying some Louis XIII cognac that's $20,000 a bottle?" He said, "Hey, I mean, if I offered you, I said, 'Hey, you want to taste this soda? How does it taste?' I'm not going to then bill you for that." So the way he presented it was, "Hey, this is going to go to waste. I don't know if you guys have ever tried this or not, but if you like a taste, here's a taste." It's insane not to, right?
wow.
So anyway, so Chris got it all in video, and we're gonna have to go back to the manager. But that was a $300 night in New York. I didn't expect, and it was probably more expensive than the cocaine we
Dozen
bought.
shots.
So you haven't complained yet? You didn't call up and say, "I'm not going to pay"?
You know what? He is talking to, he said he didn't want to do a Karen in the middle of the restaurant, but I left early.
Mm-hmm.
So I said I absolutely would have Karened my way through that. I would not have left without speaking to a manager.
And it never occurred to you to say, "Are you charging us for this"?
No.
Not at the moment, because again, here's the thing: you pay your $50, $60 whatever thing for the buffet,
Right.
Then they bring by the meat and let you try the different types of meat. So the guy literally is walking out. He said, "Gents, I have a little bit in the bottom of this," and it was literally like just a swig. And
no, I would have been
sure.
with you. I wouldn't have thought to ask because the way he presents it sounds completely
It
right.
was just it was unconscionable, and it's a chain restaurant. I mean, there's not that many of them, but it is a chain restaurant, and if that's what they're doing, I mean, it wasn't like the lady coming by and saying, "Would you like to buy a rose?" where you feel pressured into buying a rose for the girl you're with.
Right.
This was literally, "Hey, I don't know if you guys have ever tasted this or not. I'm getting ready to take this because we got to get the bottle's just about done. You guys want to try a little taste of this if you've never tried it?" Anybody in the world, if there was somebody that came by and offered wine to taste, I would take it because nobody's mentioned anything about it, and they've already given you things to taste while you're there.
Yeah,
so it really was unconscionable the way they did it.
Yeah, no, you're right, and you should demand it and talk to your credit card company and say don't pay it.
Well, I think he should. I mean, I just gave him cash before I left, and I knew it was going to be a little extra, but not like that. So when you guys are in Fogo de Chao in New York, do not try the Louis XIII 170-year-old cognac because
Don't go to Fogo de Chao.
It tastes just like the 20-year-old cognac at Costco.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
It costs 20,000 more.
So my question after all that is, I hear this. Okay, I know this is going to show how old I am and how hip James is, which I am not. James, what is a Karen?
What?
Oh, please.
What is a Karen?
You guys
don't know?
probably
A male
Canada
Karen
or
is a Chad.
in
Right.
Canada.
A Karen is a Chad? What?
Yeah, a male
If it's a
Karen would be
man.
a Chad. You're acting like a Chad right now.
Well, I wouldn't say that to Harden.
Right.
Oh
No.
shit.
I would say that a Karen,
You're right.
a Karen is the woman that has the
I
dark
speak to
roots
the manager?
showing with the blonde streaks and with
I'm sorry,
way
can I
too
speak to the
short
manager?
hair. Yeah,
That's a Karen. That's a Karen.
Oh,
A Karen.
that's a Karen.
A
I
Karen
thought
is
I was an
generally-
Astros fan.
Karen is generally a middle-aged white woman who feels entitled and complains about things that are not her business to complain about.
Yep, that's a great
Who
way.
started this? Was it a girl named Karen?
Somebody
Well,
named
it's
Karen
like
probably.
It's like that woman who complains about the black guy who's walking going to threaten her when she's walking a dog in Central Park, or the guy who, like, what are you doing on my property? Well, it's not your property. I live here. Yeah, prove it. Like, who asked you? Go away. They're just difficult people. Racist very often.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just didn't know
Yeah.
that the male version also had a name and it's shot.
Yeah, we'll come up with a different name though.
I identify myself as a Karen.
I absolutely should have Karened that night. Seriously. I would have. I would have absolutely spoken to the manager because it's insane. Because here's the thing. You don't know if somebody's taking their wife or whatever. That's exactly right.
Yeah,
You
that's
don't
it.
know if you
That's
don't
the
know
one.
if somebody's like saved up their money for their paychecks for 3 weeks to take their wife, and they're not expecting to get hit with $500 for trying some cognac.
Yeah, no, that's horrible.
I mean, it's just insane. That could be the bills for the rest of the month. And it's just, it made me a little sick that's how they play and that's how they allow it to happen at the restaurant. So I'm not being quiet about it.
No, it sounds like
Other than that, the show went great.
I didn't really get to talk to you. How was it compared to like being in Artist Alley last time?
Oh, no comparison.
Way better, huh?
It's funny because I miss Artist Alley are obviously my people. Like I miss being down there. Mike Nagan is a dear friend of mine. I love the guy, and they do a really great job. Typically, I know the expansion caused some issues, but for me personally, I was having an issue with people crowding the table because I have larger scale stuff, and my stuff is very like kind of spread out. And so I had some neighbors that were not too happy about how things were going, where people were like kind of crowded around the table to try to see stuff. And I'm so spread out anyway that I just thought that moving upstairs was a wiser idea. And I'm kind of going bigger in general. So was that Joe's neck? Did he crack his neck like that?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Hey, just be happy.
But yeah,
Think what?
I thought that upstairs was a wiser choice, just for me. But it's I think it depends on what you're going for. I always say Artist Alley people go to see the artist. Upstairs is where artists see the people. And
Let
I
me write
wanted to
that
be where
down.
the people are.
Mm.
Yeah. So like people are
That's
going
good.
to see you, Mustafa, and Fran and Jamie and Joe, like people are going to see you guys. People are not coming to see me. I mean, they're a very small percentage of people are going to see me. It's a I know where my bread is buttered. I know it's a Disney thing, and it's, if they see my work, they don't know who I am necessarily. They just know they've seen my work before, so they're happy to get my work as opposed to like heading somewhere specifically to meet me, because you guys are superstars. I'm just
I don't know.
a schlub.
So
with
for
it.
you, works better. Like
I think we're all superstars here, right? But no, I think I felt that a little bit. They had me tucked away in the back. Like I was literally like right by the bathrooms. I was on the last little area. And people would get artwork, and then I'd be like, "Oh, and I'll sign it for you." And they're like, "Oh, did you work on this?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
A lot of people thought I was like a vendor down there. I guess I don't know. It happened like a lot more than usual.
Every
You know,
time we sold
interesting.
one of you guys pieces, we'd
Right.
say, and the artist will sign it for you for free. They
Yeah.
will?
Yeah.
The convention can give you ego and taketh away, because we're in the diner, and as I'm walking, these guys go, "How's your convention going?" I went, "Oh, you know who I am?" She says, "Sure, you're like the most famous guy there." I said, "Oh." And then the next day I'm sitting at my table and says, "I thought Frank Miller did that." I did too. Says, "Who are you?"
They're both-
Oh, okay. So,
Don't feel bad.
See,
Joe. I
they
get that all
thought
the
that
time.
they thought Joe Rubenstein was Hal Prince, the famous theater director, though. That was the amazing
it's
thing.
true. It's true.
Especially with the glasses on your head.
Yeah.
But for me, this one was like my largest, biggest convention ever.
It is.
I did
For all
Toronto
of us, I
before,
would
but
say.
this one was like.
Well,
And
Fran,
like,
you did really well. You sold some quite a bit of original art, didn't you?
and yeah, I was like the first time that I think it was because I just did that cover with IDW for Ninja Turtles. So people start like looking for that, and they kind of advertise it a lot on Thursday. So on Thursday, I think Thursday was probably my best day because people just were looking for my table because the IDW page were talking about me, and
And
so
she
that
could have
was
sold.
great.
She could have sold more. There was somebody looking for the Shazam cover that we worked on, and I
Oh,
walked them over to her table, and she'd left early on that day.
see,
Why are you leaving
did.
early? To go party with the girls?
She thought
Again,
she was working
yes.
with Pixar.
They didn't come
Yes.
back either. I was hoping they'd come back.
I was hoping they come back too.
Yeah.
But then it was also very cool because the last day of the first day of the convention, a guy come in and saw the first cover I worked for the Comet, the book that I did 3 years ago. He saw the cover and he's like, I want that cover, but I'm gonna think about it. If you still have it on Sunday, I will buy it. And I'm like, okay. And then he come in on Sunday again, he's like, you still have it? I said I will buy it. I'm gonna buy it. So I saw like one original cover on Thursday and one original cover on Saturday and Sunday. I was like, it's a great way to start a convention and a great way to end the convention. And that was
For
great.
sure. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
And one funny thing that I find out is like, I ended having 2 tables instead of 1 table because the guy that was next to me never come in, and then Chad Harding passed by and told me like, just spread out. Like, what? And like, yeah. He gave me a tablecloth and I spread out. And because I have like so much space, I could arrange like all the prints. So when people were looking at the prints, they were like buying more stuff. So I found out that when I spread out like on maybe the end of Friday when Chad mentioned it. But Saturday and Sunday, because I had 2 tables, it was like I was selling way more prints than when they only see a couple.
I think that's a good point too, Stephen. Like Stephen and I were talking about the size. Like size really does matter, especially in New York. I mean, the Big Apple. One of the things I really have noticed is the difference between being upstairs and downstairs is the bigger the better, and that's a real thing. Like for us as a family, as the MBartist family. I think Stephen knows that, and you can see that the larger you go, you can't really outsell. I mean, you can't undersell yourself. That it's worth every investment. So, the bigger we go with stuff, as far as just like the size and the amount of stuff that we have and the footprint, it makes a big difference there because there were a lot of little acts that were going on there that were kind of lost. I mean, the guy next to me he was in a pretty good spot, and it just was kind of quiet and low. He had a small sign, and he was really talented. But the fact that I was up there and obnoxious and had lights up and had multiple tables, and I had to have multiple people working with me. I think the bigger we go, the better. And I think, Stephen, you probably saw that as well.
Oh yeah. Next year we're gonna do a pavilion.
I love it.
We'll do like
It'll be like Epcot.
Yeah.
It'll be the Canada Pavilion South.
Why don't you get 3 10x10 booths that time?
I mean, I got 2. What did I have, Stephen? What did I have?
You had a 10x20. You had a 10x20.
Okay, so I had a 10 by 20.
Yeah.
And I would go even bigger if I had the chance, if I could afford it. I mean, it's expensive, but I think it's definitely worth it.
Oh, it's completely worth it. If I could do the show over again, I would basically create. Well, if you remember where we were, I would have taken that whole section and just had like the mouth of it be the art gallery and have it feed into everybody. So like it's an event. So like everybody can have the experience. Because it's not only about the bigger and better. Like we sold 8 bus stops. Most we've ever sold at a show before that is 2. We did 8. We did 5 in one day. So it's like that Thursday was just phenomenal. And the one thing I noticed is the most successful, heavily trafficked booths, they had experiences.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at the Comic Mint, they had like a couple books that were just for NYCC. And for whatever reason, somebody grabbed it on the Thursday, put it on eBay, and it went for like triple the amount. So for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there was a lineup right around the corner going down of people trying to pick up that book because it went viral. So if we can figure out how to create a chase type opportunity or a limited exclusive that we can figure out how can we make it viral and lead into it. I think that's important.
Did you talk to the Comment Mint guy about sending them down to the Artist Alley?
Sending who down? What do you mean?
The guy from Comic Mint, the guy who runs it.
Sending him down to Artist Alley?
Yeah. Because he talked to me and he was like, "Hey, I've been hearing about you and stuff. I didn't know if it was you that sent him there."
No?
Maybe. Okay.
I might have. We've sent a lot of people downstairs.
Okay. Well, I might be working on a cover for them, a variant cover or something.
Well, that's awesome. Well, that's my job, is to create opportunities for you guys.
Yeah, I don't know if I had you for that. So
maybe.
Yeah, it happened something similar to me. There was these guys from White Widow.
Oh yeah, was it Benny?
There was, I don't remember. It was a girl that worked from White Widow.
Oh, yeah, she's
some of you guys tell them
Jenna.
about me.
Jenna, she's great. I've worked with her a few times. She's great. She's always looking for cover artists, and I think you would do some great stuff.
Okay, I may do something with her because she was there looking for me because one of you guys sent her my way. So
I'll message her and remind her, like, hey, Francine, she should do a cover for you guys because they're always getting new people to work on.
It was the thing that I found is after doing some of these shows, artists are coming and asking us what we're doing. Some name artists have come up and like ask questions about. They love the canvases. Like Jamie Tyndall came over like every 10 minutes just poking at the canvases. He loved it so much. Chad brought up some people who were asking questions about what we're trying to do. We've had a couple comic book publishers that specialize in the variants come over and ask questions about the Golden Age tributes. So we're definitely hitting a note. I think people are liking what we're doing, and we just got to keep growing this thing. But anyways,
all the Shazam special covers, all the way special covers you give me, I sell them all. Like, I sell a bunch of the regular ones, but all the ones that were like limited edition, when they knew like, oh, this is limited edition, then I want that. It's like it's $30. I don't care. I want that. It's limited edition. So they really like that, like the feel of something that is not just massive, but it's also special.
Yeah, they love the idea that everything's numbered. They love the idea that once we hit 100, we're going to stop offering the image. They love the exclusivity of it. Yeah. So, but that's the collector market, right? And and essentially they're saying, well, what do you do here? And my first line is, we deal with nostalgia. But with that said, it's the top of the hour, and before the cops come and get me, let's run through all
Those are my
the
cups.
house cleaning opportunities. It's the top of the hour. Welcome to MBartist Alley Live. I'm Stephen Ahola. I'm here with Marvel and DC inker Mustafa Musa, villains extraordinaire Jamie Coker, legendary inker and stories that end in death Joe Rubenstein, Barbie art director Francine Delgado, and
Hey.
missing in action. Oh, here he comes.
Here comes.
Tiffany,
Sorry, I had to sign stuff.
and Playboy artist James C. Mulligan. Not only did he work for Playboy, but he definitely Playboys around. All right, so let's run through our art prints, featured art prints. Here we go. Bob, where are you? You owe us 12 minutes. But here's his Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles whack.
Yay.
Much better. Yeah, it's good.
Chad Harden's Ghost Rider Skull Possessed.
Yeah, that's much better. That's a good one. All right. Sorry, guys.
With this one, you actually sold some of these in New York, didn't you?
Oh, yes, and the ones you bring me the last day, I sell another one, because when people buy a gem, they want a Misfits too. So that's great. So these are the Misfits. They are the bad guys from Japan the Holograms, the 80s TV show. And like as always, bad guys really rock. So when I do like a cool homage to the bad guys, in this case, bad gals too. Yeah.
Cool. Moving on. What do we got? We've talked about Joker Boom Goes Batsy by Jamie Coker.
Boom goes Batsy.
Hey, tell us about this piece, James.
Yeah. Hey, so that piece for the 50th anniversary of Vampirilla. Obviously, she's celebrating her birthday as only Vampirilla can. And that piece was done in acrylic. And if you look at the bottom, it's a perfect Halloween piece because you got Bella down there in the corner.
So just out of curiosity,
And
how
we've
much
got
do
a
you
trade
think her
dress
wine
there.
was?
We have a trade dress somewhere of that. I don't know where the trade dress is. But we have a trade dress of that with the Vampirilla title on there too.
Yeah, we'll have to do that we'll do that for version 2.
Cool.
So okay, let's move on to the next one. We talked about Frankenstein. Joe Rubenstein, Birth of Horror. Star Wars #1 recreation by.
That's awesome.
We talked Captain Marvel Power Max by Mustafa Musa. And finally, some Alpha Flight love. Happy Canadian Thanksgiving to everybody out there. So there's our
Happy Canadian Thanksgiving.
Let's throw them all up there. So once again, if you want one of these, all you got to do is put your comments up. I see you guys filling them up. I see Josh. I see Kevin. Brendan, as always. Anna Marie, we love you. Throwing the comments up there. One of you will get a ticket. Well, all of you will get a ticket for each comment you put in, and one of you will win one of these fine art prints. Or you can put claim Vampirilla, and Love G will help you out, get your claim. Or number 3, go to MBartist.com and fill your cart with fine art, platinum, or canvas of any one of these 9 prints, and check out with the promo code free shipping, and you'll get exactly that, free shipping. All right, guys. So there we go. Those are
Do
the.
you guys have stuffed moose, by the way?
There's what?
Do you guys have stuffed moose for Thanksgiving? What do you do for your Thanksgiving?
Stuffed moose? No, we don't have stuffed moose. They cross the street, but we don't eat them. They put dents in the car. It's just like you, ham, turkey, mashed potatoes.
You guys, so you do. You basically stole our Thanksgiving meal. Even
we didn't steal it. We had it first.
Yeah, it's October.
No,
American one is
October.
you mean in the year you had it first?
Oh, okay. Potato.
Because we definitely had Thanksgiving with turkey and stuffing and mashed potatoes and pumpkin pie and all that stuff.
The only point of difference between your Thanksgiving and ours, other than the fact that you guys celebrate it by killing each other at a mall on the Friday,
that's true.
Is we watch hockey instead of football. So
you guys watch hockey every day.
That's true. Eh?
They do. Yeah.
That's true, eh? And we're all nice and polite until you piss us off, and then we jersey you and pummel.
Absolutely, eh?
Yeah.
What?
5-minute misconduct, eh? All right. Kick saving a beauty. Let's move on. All right, it's show and tell time. Let's roll around. I see you guys have been doodling while we're chatting about Brendan goes, go Bears. All right. Go the Bears. All right, Jamie, you got anything for show and tell?
I'm just doing a warm up because I got stuff to draw later on, so I'm just doing a quick Batman doodle, little face. That's all.
Batman doodle.
That's
Gotta get
awesome.
ready for my projects later on.
Batman doodle.
Oh, can you hold it up
Mustafa,
again? I missed it. I'm sorry.
Oh, you want to see the Batman doodle?
Yeah, I want to see it again.
Okay, you got to say the line, Jamie.
Say what line?
Jamie, say the line.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
Oh.
The thing is, Jamie has the voice, man. He's got the James Earl Jones voice, and he doesn't want to do I'm Batman.
Oh, come on now.
Okay, tell us you're our father.
No.
Mustafa, what do you got? There you go.
Finishing up this shredder. Let's see. Finally. There we go.
Hello, my love.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
We're live. You want to say hi and see some show and tell?
That's so cool.
That's cool, man.
Thanks.
See, look, here's my lovely wife that I was bragging about in New York. You can't see her blushing.
Hi.
Up here in Canada, we believe in masks. No one said hockey is a sport. Get him out of here. Block.
Oh my god.
See, that's what I'm saying. James says we stole Thanksgiving from Americans. Oh, she's about to go Spanish on you, James.
Oh,
Francine, what do you got? We saw Predator from Mustafa. We saw Batman from Jamie. What do you got, Francine?
I have been working on anything because I have to catch up with so much work at work. So, no, I don't have new pieces to show. Sorry, guys.
I know Joe does.
Does what? This is the piece I always work on while we're online because that's the only time I can touch it. To be
awesome.
an MBartist cover. And while we're at it,
Nice.
this is from a Zoom class I did yesterday. So I do these things to feed my soul. So.
What's amazing is that Joe still has her locked in the chest. She's still in that same pose.
And I still have a soul, or do I?
He edited out the chains that he has her in.
Yeah. And the apple in her mouth.
Yeah.
wow.
Wow,
Happy
you're a
American
dark person.
Thanksgiving.
That's how ours differ. Okay.
So, where are you guys going next week? You convention people.
Well, we got one person we haven't seen yet. James, you got anything you want to show off? I saw Hocus Pocus.
I have prints. You guys have probably already seen this, but prints that I am signing today. Where's that?
Oh,
That's one.
That is so pretty.
That's Witch and Famous.
Yeah, so beautiful.
And then I've got another piece that I just dropped, which is kind of a cool Halloween,
That's cool.
Halloweeny Sleepy Hollow piece.
Can you send me? I've got the Hocus Pocus, but can you send me that one?
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you enjoy
well,
doing,
That one is awesome. Very Halloween theme.
Right.
Nice.
do you enjoy
What was
doing
that?
animation more than realistic stuff?
No, I just know that people like my animation, so I sell it. I would like to do more realistic stuff more often, so I do to, as you said, feed my soul. But people tend to and I love classic Disney stuff, which is fun. Classic animation.
The Hocus Pocus that is very realistic. People will love that one as well.
Yeah, in fact, that was a really popular piece. We had that in New York. That was a really, really popular piece.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get some canvas. I'm gonna see if I can get some canvas of those for Denver.
Yeah, I think we should. I think it would be a really good piece to do.
That's good timing. Yeah.
But we. By the way, I said that you stole our Thanksgiving, but we stole Jim Carrey. So.
Well, you can have him, man. He's losing it.
Yeah, I know. He's definitely.
Actually, here's a fun fact. My uncle went to high school with Jim Carrey in Newmarket, Ontario.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, he said he was a loser. I was like, oh, man.
Wow.
Yeah, he said he was like.
Well, I remember Jim Carrey said he wrote it. What is he? He wrote himself a check one day for $10 million, and he said that someday he was going to be able to cash it, and like within 10 years, he was able to cash it. So
Yeah, he had a $20 million check. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
I'm nothing against Jim Carrey. That's my uncle speaking, not me. And I just got in shit by my wife.
There you
He
go.
was a
You
loser.
can't-
He was a loser that has enough money in his left pocket to have your uncle killed.
It's
Yeah.
true.
That's fine. I haven't talked to him in about 40 years.
Okay.
I wonder what people would have thought of us in high school. Like, oh, this
Oh,
guy's a bunch
we
of
know.
losers. Yeah.
I have
Oh,
people-
I know what people thought of me in high school.
yeah. That's how I learned how to run.
Okay.
I was like, that scene in Forrest Gump where he has the braces and then he breaks them off
Yes.
and he's just a speedster? That boy's a run pool. That was me in high school.
That was
You know
you. You were Forrest
Baba
Gump.
says they was.
Yeah,
Baba says they was my magic legs.
magic legs.
Mm.
Mom always had to get me comfortable shoes because I was always running. All right, everybody. Let's. Oh, John's just on time. Are you home, sir? And are you well?
Hello.
Hello. How
You
doing,
got COVID
sir?
at New York Comic Con.
I'm home and I'm okay.
Oh, good to
Good to
know.
hear.
That's good.
Did
And
you
got
test
that delay
positive?
taken care of.
I always stay positive. Are you kidding?
You tested positive for being awesome.
Thank you.
He came.
With my history of sinus and throat surgeries, when I start to get like this every fall, I get nervous, especially with the COVID around. So I went to get a test. I've been quarantining from work all week.
Oh, really?
So probably again tonight and tomorrow, maybe.
To test?
So much like Slave Leia, John came to New York at 6, but he went home at 8, baby.
That's right.
Because the Star Wars #1 once again was flying off the shelves. I overloaded that booth full of Star Wars, and all I have to say is everybody took note because now everybody's doing their version of #1.
I love it. I may need to get some stuff to London, by the way, Stephen.
Yep, I put your order in, and we just need to know how to get it there or where to
I'll
get
let
it.
you know. We'll figure it. We'll try to figure it out.
Yep. But John,
I got to skedaddle, guys, because I got to
here's
go my
the-
kids from school and leave the printer here after I sign some stuff. So anyway, bless you.
All right,
I'll see you guys soon.
James.
we'll see you
Bye.
soon. And on that note,
Bye.
James, take care. Bye, everybody.
When's
Thanks
the
for
last
speaking.
time you heard the word skedaddle used by a grown-up? So,
Just
I like
now.
Vamoose.
Vamoose.
Yeah.
andale arriba. Okay.
Okay. I'm not gonna.
Senor, we need to pick the wiener. Love you.
Is that a wiener?
a wiener?
Wiener.
Well, guys, it was a
Wiener?
great time. I'm glad I got to spend some time with most of you.
Oh, it was
Okay.
praising you.
Underlay.
Let's throw up those 9 our prints featured our print. Really? Hey, Kevin, are you watching at GameStop? You're a winner.
Who?
Kevin.
Kevin.
Senor Kevin, you are the winner. Would you like to pick a print for me today?
You are so
Oh.
on PC today. It's amazing.
Yeah, you're.
I gotta
Wow.
stop being a
You're in
Karen.
serious trouble.
I gotta stop being a Karen.
The
Oh, I need your shipping address too, James. Not James, Kevin. Sorry. Woo!
Kevin.
Kevin, which one you want, baby?
Oh, Kevin.
Boom goes Batsy. Boom goes Batsy.
Wow.
Mr. Coker, you're a winner.
Winnie.
Kevin has picked
Awesome.
Boom goes Batsy.
Thank you.
Kevin,
Wow.
congratulations. You have won. You're this week's winner. Please do me a favor and send Love G your shipping information so we can get you your Boom Goes Batsy. And if we knew you're going to win this week, I would have just given it to you last week when we saw you in New York. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, John, since you're the late joiner, give us a story from New York. John,
Or not.
or not?
All right. Steve, can I call you in a little while?
Yeah, I was hoping you could give us a story from New York. Give us a story from New York.
Brought up again.
All right.
That's the story.
All right. I'm going to go.
Okay.
I'll
we'll
see y'all.
talk-
Steve, I'll call you later.
All right. Sounds good, John. Glad
Great
to see
seeing you,
doing
everybody.
well.
Take care.
Take care,
Stupid.
John.
Go,
He
go
was
skedaddle.
cursing out the phone.
Did he just skedaddle or vamoose? I'm not sure.
I think he undulated.
Arriba.
Joe, we haven't. I don't think we've let you tell a New York story that, other than the one that ended in death. Do you have a story from New York?
No, they all end in death.
Didn't you have a date with Fran on Sunday?
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
the love. I don't know about a date, but we certainly got to know each other better. She's a lovely person, and we talked
Ooh.
about all you people and how we didn't like most of you.
Yes,
That's
we
fair.
did. And the food was great.
And the food was great.
Yeah. So everybody that didn't went to that food, what missed it?
The
because it was
leftovers
so
were good too.
Was not leftovers.
Oh,
That
not
was the whole plate
leftovers,
for
but
you.
Yeah.
Oh, you call it leftovers.
I love it. I love it how we called Joe out on a date, and suddenly he's a gentleman.
Well, to the
He
woman I am.
is.
To you, you're a pig. But
I'm a pig. Well, is that an upgrade from a schmuck? I don't know. I can't
no, it's
tell
an
anymore.
it's don't Canadians have stuffed pig for their Thanksgiving?
It's called ham.
And
I
it
love
was, it was
I
also
love
very
it because
cool.
at our hotel every morning they'd have like one labeled Canadian bacon. I open it up. I'm like, it's ham.
Canadian bacon.
You guys
Doesn't
always
Canadian
have
bacon have
stereotype.
fur around it?
No. What?
I've seen Canadian discs with like furry edges to them.
Well, awesome,
Where
beautiful
are you
people.
going?
I love seeing you at New York, and I hope to
That's
see
it,
you
I'm out.
soon. But I gotta go.
I do too.
Okay.
I think on that
So-
note we should call it a night.
Okay.
Anyways,
Steven,
night.
see you both in Toronto.
we'll see. Yeah, we'll see you. Some of you in Toronto, most of you in Denver. Ladies
be
and
there.
gentlemen, I want to thank you all for watching. We're going to end on a very fuzzy, meaty note, whatever that was supposed to be. But I want to thank you all for joining us, watching on YouTube and Facebook. We'll be back next week, Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I hope you'll all join us. And hopefully we'll have a little bit more sleep and make a little bit more sense. Who knows these days? Anyways, for Jamie and Mustafa, nuts to everybody else. Look at that. LA Dodgers just popped up in the corner. Good night, everybody from the Great White North and all points in between.